This is your video walk around for camper hire. So the purpose of this video is just to give you a quick video walk around of the camper so that you're familiar with all the different functions, but also on handover I will go through these anyway. This is just to be able to refer back to. So let's start with this panel here. This controls the water, hot water, heating and all the electrical basically within the van. So if the engine's running, this won't work, and also this needs to be turned off before you set off on a new journey. Simply to turn it on, you push it there and it turns on this panel here. Okay, if you want the water pump to work, so that would be for the tap and the shower and the flush in the toilet, then simply push that. This also tells you the water level. So this one here tells you how much water is in the tank. It will be given to you full, and I'll show you shortly where you fill up when you need to. So this basically gets the water pump going, so you'll hear it going when I turn the tap on. But when you go to sleep at night, I'd recommend turning it off because it can sometimes be a little bit noisy. So with this panel here, this controls, so this one, when it's lit up, controls the heating, which during the summer months I don't think you'll need, but if you do need it, you simply use this here, push down. At the moment it's off, you can turn it, change the temperature here, and this runs off of gas, but at the moment we don't need it on. Then this one is the hot water, which is off, but when you want to have a shower or use hot water for like washing up or something, you can turn it to eco if you are running off of the gas. If you're on a hookup, then you may as well have it on hot or boost. It's just if you've got it on too high, it will use up a lot of gas. Okay, but we're going to have that off. And then this is to change the different fuel. So for example, gas if you're on the road, or you can have it mixed, which would be gas and electric, but that'll be running off of the solar. But if you're on hookup, then you can just switch it over to electric. I'm going to leave it on gas, and that is all the different controls on there. So I'm going to just turn this off for now. Okay, above here is a storage compartment. This has got the covers which go on the front windows at night time, or even during the day once you're parked up. Keeps the sun off, but also it just makes it dark inside. There's jump leads in here and a first aid kit that you hopefully won't need, but it's there just in case. These are just general storage cupboards. If you find anything in there, you're welcome to use it. Here you have a conventional gas cooker. So you've got gas hobs that work just like normal. So you've got the darts here, and a gas oven, which again, here's the igniter. In here is the toilet. Sometimes, depending on how you're parked, this door doesn't always open or close very easily with this. So all you've got to do is just push it tight and open it up. In here, so you have the toilet and shower system. Shower works just as a normal shower would. You have the dial here, hot or cold, with the toilet. So this is called a cassette toilet that actually turns around, so if you're having a shower, you can just turn it around like that. There's also a shower curtain that runs around. So this is the flush. let's just say for example you use the toilet, you then down the side here there's a little open, it open and closes the valve, so then you flush it and it flushes everything down, and this tells you whether it's empty or full. So the more red it looks, the fuller it is. I wouldn't leave it too red, because it can be quite tricky to then empty afterwards if it's overflowing. So just a little warning there. In here there's just knives and forks and things, and a variety of different cooking equipment in there. Now we'll run through some other bits on the outside. Also, sorry, you have the fridge freezer, which is just the same as a normal fridge freezer. It has a dial there where you can change the temperature. So around the outside there is an awning, which you'll be shown how to use on handover. This is the gas, that's where you fill up on gas. In the back you've got all these different things here, which you don't need to worry about any of this. The only real thing here that you'd need to look at is this dial here, which tells you how much gas there'll be. Other than that, you can leave all this as it is. And then you've got a power cable here. So if you're on electric hookup, there is a plug socket inside the camper that you can use, and you can run a cable out of the camper and use it for something. And that is the hookup lead. In here, just loads of games. This here is the for the awning, and that's for the awning as well, but that will be run through when you come and collect. And there is also a fire extinguisher there. This is the hookup, so this is where you fill up on the water. This is where you empty the toilets. So on the inside of the toilet, if you make sure it's closed, 1 second. Make sure it's closed before you open it, and you just pull this, and it, oh no, there's a little blue catch there that you pull, and that comes out. And that is basically like a little suitcase on wheels that you can take to wherever you can empty it. This here is an outside shower point, so within this door here you have this that you can suction onto the window up there, and then this simply goes in there and attaches on. So it's an outside shower unit that can be used for showering outside or cleaning dirty boots or whatever you see fit, really. Within the actual driving area of the van, there's not a huge amount of difference, so it's just getting familiar with where the different controls are. You have aircon, digital radio, yeah, all that is quite self-explanatory. The only real big difference is the handbrake being on the right hand side. And that is a walk around of all the different functions of the van.